Good morning, friends. How are you today? Celia, are you okay? Good morning. Celia, how are you? Celia. Alba, how are you? Thank you, friend. Thank you, Chris. Well, let's begin our class. I'm fine. I'm fine, Alba. Thank you very much. Let's begin by checking the homework. Let's go to the workbook, page 32. Workbook, page 32. Thank you, Alba. Well, this is the page 32 in the workbook, and we have to do the exercises here. Exercise number 1, they give you reported speech. For example, number 1, Lucy told me she would definitely watch the whole series. You see, reported speech. But now you have to write the exact words, the direct speech, what they really said. That is your work. So let's begin with Jessica. What were Jessica's real words? Who can help me with this? Hi, Gemma. Aha. He says, my whole family have watched it yesterday. Oh, but it disappeared from the screen very fast. So according to Celia is, my whole family have watched it yesterday and they all liked it. According to Alba, my family watched it yesterday and they liked it. And according to Chris, my whole family had watched it yesterday and had all liked it. So what Jessica really said was, my whole family watched it yesterday and we all liked it. Yes, very good. Now analyze number 3. What did Harry say? What did Harry say? I have never seen it and I don't want to. I have never seen it and I don't want to. I didn't see it. No, it's better I have never seen it. I never saw, no. I have never seen it and I don't want to. This is the correct answer. I have never seen it and I don't want to. Now let's observe Grace. I'm going to, what Grace really said was, I'm going to watch it next week. Check it with your answers to see if you coincide with this. Yes, yes, very good. So number 4 is I'm going to watch it next week. But what about number 5, Daniel? What did Daniel say? Gemma, you should switch off the microphone, please. I'm going to watch it next week. Yes, I'm going to watch it next week. Yes. And Daniel, number 5. I can't wait for the next episode because I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for the next episode because I am really enjoying it. Yes, this is the answer. And now, Charlie. What about Charlie? I saw, and I liked. Charlie, no, 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 Gemma. What about Charlie, friends? If you observe number six says, Charlie said he had only seen one episode and it had been a bit boring, but he might watch it again. This is the reporter speech, but what did he really say? I have only seen one episode and it has been a bit boring, but I will, but I will, but I will, but I might, I think. No will, but I might watch it again. So the answer is, um, no, sorry. I have only seen one episode and it was a bit boring, yes, but I might watch it again. No, I will, because I will is very definite. I might, it's a possibility, I might watch it again. Now, exercise number 2. Let's go to exercise 2 here. This exercise. Reporting verbs match what the people said A to G with a reporting verb from the box. And these reporting verbs are admit, announce, complain, inform, promise, recommend, and warn. Number 1 is the example. The bus leaves at 2:30. What the people are saying is giving information, so it's inform. But letter B, the city center can be dangerous at night. What do you think is the appropriate verb here? What is the verb in letter B, my friends? Nobody knows.
Jerry,
Yes.
we are writing it in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't receive the message. Wait a
We
sec.
put one.
Oh, but I don't see it.
We put one.
One. Yes, that's one. One is okay. And in letter C, what is the verb in letter C? This food tastes disgusting.
Complain.
Complain is correct. Yes. And in letter D, I will give the money back tomorrow.
Promise.
A promise. It is a promise. Letter E, I'm going to live in Brazil.
Announce.
Announced. Yes,
Announce.
announced. Correct. And letter F, I told a lie.
Admit.
Admit. Yes. And letter G, you should watch the new James Bond film.
Recommend.
Excellent. Excellent. Recommend. And now you have exercise 3. Now report what the people in exercise 2 said. And you have the example number 1. The bus driver informed us that, and I look for inform. Inform is letter A. So inform that the bus left at 2:30. Now, number 2, Philip complained that. Complain is letter C.
The food tasted disgusting.
Excellent. In past, yes, tasted. Very good. The food tasted disgusting. Number 3, Beatrice promised that. Promise is letter D.
She put the money back for the day after.
Aha. Yes. She would give the money back the day after, the next day, the following day. Yes. Paul announced that. Well, announce is letter E.
He was going to live in Brazil.
Correct. Correct. Karima recommended that, and recommend is letter G.
I should watch it. The new James Bond film.
Yes, perfect. 6, Roberto warned that. Well, warned is letter B.
The city center could be dangerous at night.
Excellent. Yes, very good. And now 7, Teresa admitted that. Admit is what number? Admit is letter F.
She had told a lie.
Correct. Yes, she had told a lie. Very good. Thank you, friends, for doing the homework. And now let's go to our lesson today. We have to go to page 95. Let's go to page 95. In the student's book. Here. Vocabulary and grammar review of unit number 8. That is, this is the summary of everything we studied in unit number 8. Let's begin by the vocabulary. In this unit 8, maybe you remember we studied the difference between audience, spectators, and public. And we studied that audience were the people in a cultural event, for example, a concert or in the theater, etc. Spectators refer to people in sports event, for example, in stadiums or when you are watching the football match, you are a spectator. And public is the people in general, the people in the middle of the street or in a park, etc. Public, right? And with these ideas, you have to select in number one. Number one says, the flying display attracted about 50,000 blank despite the rain. And now you have to select 50,000 public, assistant, spectators, or audience. But you have to remember that the flying display, well, what is the flying display? A flying display is are those kind of what? Those kind of activities where there are many planes flying on the air, making acrobacies, you know, doing exercises on the air, and people enjoy that thing. This is a flying display, and it is considered to be a sport event. If this is a sport event, I know that the correct answer is letter C, spectators, because spectators is for sports event. So in number one, I have to select letter C. Now you are going to continue with the rest. Exercise 1, vocabulary. They are 8. When you finish, please send me a message to check the answers. Very good. Celia, Alba, and Gemma finished. Good. And Chris finished too. Excellent. Well, let's check the answers, because it says the flying display attracted about 50,000 spectators despite the rain. This is number one, correct. And now number two, as a police officer, I get a lot of questions from members of the, and you have the options, no? The people, the public, audience, spectators, these are the options, asking how to get to one place or another. So I have the picture of a police officer in the middle of the street helping the tourists. So what is the answer here, friends? A, B, C, or D in number two? Your answers. C, 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 Gemma, audience. No, friends. No, because this is the police officer who is working in the streets, because a police officer is not working in the middle of a theater or something like that. So C, audience, is not adequate. It is the public in general. The people in the streets, in the parks, is the public. So in number two is letter B, public. Check it out. Number three, during the musical, and you have the space in blank. The options are the audience, spectators, public, attendants, clap at the end of every single song. This is a musical. So what is the name of the people in a musical? Letter B, audience. Yes, letter B, spectators. C, public. In number three, A, audience. It is letter A, audience, because during the musical, a musical is a cultural activity. And in cultural activities like musicals, concerts, theater, etc., the name of the people is audience. 4. British actress Amanda Heslett gave a superb as Lady Macbeth at the Globe Theatre last night. And the options are play, act, performance, or acting. Performance, yes, Alba. Letter C, performance, yes, Gemma, very good. Yes, Celia, very good. Letter C is correct. No, B, no. Act, no, please. It is performance. She gave a superb performance as Lady Macbeth. 5. If you are interested in a career in, and they give you options, in acting, in playing, in performance, in stage, you must be prepared to work hard for little money. What do you think is the adequate here in number 5? A, B, C, or D? Acting for Gemma, acting for Celia, for Alba, acting too. Yes, friends, it is acting in number 5. Yes, no, it's acting. Chris, it's acting. A career in performance, no. A career in acting. This is the collocation. 6. The play is much better on the space in blank than in the film version. And the options are theater, play, scene, stage. But be careful, my friends, because you have the preposition on the. Maybe you remember. Letter D, stage for Alba. Alba considers a stage. Chris considers a stage. Yes. Gema considers stage. Yes, friends, you are right. Correct. Stage. 7. Vera is thinking of pursuing in the music industry. To pursue only one thing. From all the options you have here, A, B, C, D, only one thing you can pursue. Do you remember? C, Alba. Yes. Career. Yes, Gema. Yes. No, Celia. It's letter C, friend. Pursue a career. Pursue a career in the music industry. 8. It's more important to do a job you enjoy than one where you spacing blank a lot of money. A lot of money. According to Gema, is letter B, earn a lot of money. To Alba, B, earn. And Gema, earn. Alba, earn. Yes, you are right, everybody. Earn a lot of money. Correct. We finished the vocabulary. We have I think, two little problems in the vocabulary. The rest was okay. In grammar, one of the aspects that we studied in this unit number 8 that we are finishing was the use of connectors of contrast. And we studied, I remember that we studied while, whereas, we studied also although, even though, and we studied also what, however, on the other hand, with all the characteristic of the punctuation, and we studied despite and in spite of. These two final ones are the troublemakers, problematics. Well, and in this exercise 2 of grammar that you have here, they are going to practice this again. You have to select one of the connectors of contrast that you have in the box, although, despite, even though, however, in spite of, whereas, or while, and you have to use the adequate one in the spaces in blank. Sometimes more than one is possible, right? Because remember that, for example, although and even though are synonyms, despite and in spite of are synonyms, so you can use one or the other. I'm going to give you some minutes, but please, as soon as you finish, send me a message to check your answers. Very good, Celia. Celia has finished, Alba has finished. And I think that Gemma is about to finish. Gemma finished. Very good. Let's check the answers. Well, I told you that in number 1, in my opinion, friends, although can be the adequate connector of contrast. Although Eva wanted to pursue a career in acting, she couldn't find a job. Logically, if you use although, you can use the synonym even though. Even though Eva wanted to pursue a career in acting, she couldn't find a job. Perfect. But what about number 2? Mark gave a wonderful performance in the school concert. His headache. What about this, Alba? Do you know, friend? Despite. Yes, despite is perfect. Or the synonym in spite of. So you can say that Max gave a wonderful performance in the school concert despite his headache. Or you can say that Max gave a wonderful performance in the school concert in spite of his headache. And what about 3, friends? What about 3, Celia, for example? Celia considers that is while in number 3, and this is correct, Celia, yes. While Jason dreams of being a footballer, Eva wants to work in the theater. Oh, yes, Celia, you are right. It can be whereas, yes, because they are synonyms. Whereas Jason dreams of being a footballer, Eva wants to work in the theater. Correct. And in number 4, what about number 4, Gemma? In spite of, in number 4, yes, it can be in spite of, very good. Or the synonym despite, yes, yes. Despite not being very talented, she became a highly successful Hollywood star. Or, in spite of not being very talented, she became a highly successful Hollywood star. Perfect, friends. 5. What about 5? For Gemma is however, in Elba considers however, and Celia however, and you 3 friends are right. Yes, however is the perfect matching. They spent millions on the film. However, not many people were interested in going to see it. 6. I enjoy watching documentaries. My brother prefers soap operas. What about here, friends? Even though, whereas, well, in number 6, I think that whereas is better than even though, you know. While or whereas is perfect for number 6. Gemma, check it out. I enjoy watching documentaries while my brother prefers soap operas. I enjoy watching documentaries whereas my brother prefers soap operas. I think this is better. Yes, Gemma. Thank you, friend. 7. He insisted on playing loud music. It was nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. And here, what? Despite for Alba, although for Celia, and even though for Gemma. So, although, even though, adequate. Yes. Although, even though. He insisted on playing loud music, although it was nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. He insisted on playing loud music, even though it was nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, Gemma. Very good. 8. People of all ages go to rock concert. And here, while for Chris, whereas for Celia, yes, they are synonymous, whereas for Alba, correct, and for Gemma is while. Okay, good. It can be while, it can be whereas. People of all ages go to rock concert, while classical music concerts are mainly attended by people over 50, or people of all ages go to rock concerts, whereas classical music concerts are mainly attended by people over 50. It was a little confusing in some items, so you have to revise this, but in general, it was okay. Now, the final part of this vocabulary and grammar review of unit number 8 is dealing with the typical exercise in the exams. This exercise is typical of the exam, exercise 3, this one. For questions 1 to 6, complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence using the word given. Don't change the word given. You must use between 2 and 5 words, including the words given. Similar to the exam. Difficult exercise. I'm going to give you some minutes. Don't rush. No se apresure. Don't rush. Take your time, and when you finish, send me a message. Yes, Alba. Yes, it is. It is. I agree with you. Totally. It is a pain in the neck. Yes. Okay, Gemma. Thank you, friend. Yes, Gemma, tell me. Do you have any problem, Gemma? Gemma, are you okay? Okay, okay, good. Thank you, friend. Very good, friends. Let's check the answers. Although it was dangerous, she went swimming, and you have to use the. In spite what, friends? In spite of the dangerous situation. Well, yes, of the danger. The perfect is of the danger. Yes, despite of the danger, but in spite of the dangerous situation it could be acceptable, right? But what I was expecting was, in spite of the danger, she went swimming. In spite of the dangerous situation, she went swimming. Okay. The theater was full despite the high price of the tickets. The theater was full despite the high price of the tickets, and you have to use expensive. Although what? Although the tickets were expensive, the expensive tickets, although the expensive tickets, the theater was full. No, the expensive tickets, no. You need Soviet verb because although requires a Soviet verb predicate. So although the tickets were expensive is the perfect, but the expensive ticket is perfect, Chris, but for despite or in spite of. I repeat, although the tickets were expensive, the theater was full. Okay, Chris. Now next, although he felt ill, he went to work, and you have to use despite. He went to work despite not being well. Yes, despite not being well, despite not feeling well, despite feeling ill. Let me see. He went to work despite feeling ill. Well, no, because you have well at the end of the sentence. So you have to adapt this. The perfect is, he went to work despite not feeling well. He went to work despite not being well. These are the options. 4. She enjoys her job in spite of her low salary. And you have to use even. She finds her job enjoyable. Even though her salary was, even though her salary is low. Yes, no was, is. She finds her job enjoyable even though her salary is low. Is. Be careful with that, Alba. It's not was. Now 5. I've been asleep all the afternoon, and you have to use had. No, Alba, you have to use the present here. Well, 5, I've been asleep all the afternoon. You have to use had. Yes. Helena admitted that she had been asleep. Yes, she had been asleep. And you need the, okay, Chris? She had been asleep the whole afternoon. With whole, you have to use the whole afternoon. So the answer is, Helen admitted that she had been asleep the whole afternoon. 6, I'll phone when the concert finishes. And you have to use call. Martin said he She had been asleep. Well, but now we are in number 6. In number 6, would phone at the would yes would phone at the end of the concert, or would call at the end of the concert. Yes, possible. Would phone at the yes. Martin said that he would call at the end of the concert, or Martin said that he would phone at the end of the concert. Very good, friends, very good. We finished the vocabulary and grammar review of unit number 8 on page 95, and now we have to move on. Let's move on. Let's go to page number 96. Page 96, Secrets of the Mind. This is unit number 8, a unit that we are going to begin now. The title of this unit is Secrets of the Mind, and maybe you ask yourself, and what is the meaning of that? Why Secrets of the Mind? Yes, because this unit deals with happiness. So what we are going to study here is happiness, how people are happy or not. And scientists consider that happiness is a secret. We don't know exactly what happened in our brain to make us happy or unhappy. Everything is a mystery, you know. What makes some people happy maybe don't make you happy or don't make me happy. See that? So not everything provides happiness to the same person. It depends on the secret of the mind of that particular person. However, friends, there are some other elements that in general make the majority of the people happy. And here on page number 96, exercise 1, starting off, you have a list of 9 things that in general make people happy. So I want you to analyze this. I'm going to come closer. It says, work in pairs. Well, you know, this is impossible with the conditions we are living now. So work individually. Find 9 things which might make people happy by matching these words and phrases. And then you have, number 1, being admired. And you have to match number 1, being admired, with one of the letters, A, B, C, D, etc. I can tell you that being admired matches with letter C, being admired by the people around you. Being admired by the people around you in your family or in your school or in your office. This can make people happy. If you feel that the people around you feels admiration and respect for you, logically, if that happens, you feel happy. But what about number 2, 3, 4, 5? This is your activity now. You are going to match the numbers with the letters, and when you finish, we are going to check it. Tell me as soon as you finish, right? Thank you. Good, good. Good. Let's check the answers. Number 1 is with letter C, being admired by the people around you. Correct. This is fabulous. This is fantastic. Very good, Emma. Now, number 2, being part of with letter A, Chris, with letter A, Alba. Yes, with letter A. Being part of a loving family. Yes, Gemma. Exactly, because you cannot be happy if you have a terrible, awful family. It's difficult to be happy with an awful family, right? So number 3, doing really well with letter B, Chris. With letter B, Alba. Celia, B. And you, Gemma. Gemma, B. Yes. So number 3, doing really well in your studies, or if you are working, in your work, that you feel that you are doing well, that you are passing your exams, that you do your work very well. You feel happy if you do well. 4, falling with letter G, Alva, letter G, Chris. Yes, friends, yes. Hema, what about you, friend? What letter? G for Hema. Yes, G is the adequate, falling in love. This is very important for everybody. But not only falling in love, is to be in love and to be loved also, because if not, you suffer a lot. Having enough money to what? What letter? To letter D, Chris, letter D, Alba. Celia considers that is D also. Yes, yes. And you, Gemma? D. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Having enough money to live well. Not to have millions and millions and millions in the bank, but to live well, to satisfy all your necessities, and to, to have your little things that you like your hobbies and presents and, new clothes and shoes. That's it. That's it. Having lots of, number 6, friends. Yes, having lots of friends. Very good. Now, having lot of friends. 7, having lot of time to spend with letter E for Gemma, H for Chris, H for Celia, and nobody else? Well, it is having a lot of time to spend with letter H on the things you enjoy doing, because this is something that makes many people unhappy. That is, you spend all your life working and studying and helping other people, doing the housework, assisting the family, but sometimes you don't have time enough to do the things that you really like. And to be happy, you need that moment. You need that moment of dedicating to your little things that you love doing. Maybe it is reading, or maybe it is watching a series quietly without interruption, We need that also. And this is important for happiness too. Now, number 8, living with letter F for Celia, F for Alba, F for Chris, and for Gemma, F. Yes, living in a nice neighborhood. It doesn't mean that you have to live in a neighborhood of millionaire people. No, no, no. It means that you can live quietly, nicely, that your neighbor respect the law, etc. Can you imagine being happy if you live in La Cañada Real? Can you imagine? Can you be happy? Impossible. Number 9, not having to. Number 9, not having to what? I for Alba, For Chris, I. For Celia, I. And for Gemma, I. Yes, work too hard. Not having to work too hard. Yes, very important. Many people do their jobs or the work they like. They like doing their job. But friends, there is a limit for everything. You also need time to dedicate to your little pleasures, to your friends, to going out, to your family, not only work and work and work. So, conclusions, friends. What the book is doing in this segment is giving you vocabulary to speak about happiness. Huh? Be careful with this. Don't continue saying, I have to be happy, I need my family. This is correct. But what about saying being part of a loving family? Don't you think it's more, what? Is more formal? I think if you use these expressions, 9 expressions that you have on this page, it sounds better, Alba, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. So the next question is, imagine that you have to choose from this list of 9, imagine that you have to choose the 3 that you consider to be the most important to be happy. You, personally you. It doesn't have to coincide with me or with other person. But for you, if you can write them in the appropriate order, beginning with the most important, the less important, and the least important, the 3 of these 9 elements, the 3 that for you are the most important to be happy. Let's do it. And when you finish, I will check it. Christy, finished? Yes. Christy, can you read the 3 things that for you are most important to be happy in the list? Can you tell me? Using the microphone, please.
For me, it's really important being part of a loving family, being
Yeah.
admired by the people around me, and finally, doing really well in my work.
Excellent. Very, very good, Chris. Thank you, friend. And you, Alba? Yes. Okay. Using your microphone, Alba, tell me, What are the three most important elements in this list to make you happy?
Okay, for me, being part of a loving family.
Yes,
Second, doing really well in my studies. And
correct.
finally, having enough money to live well.
Correct. Very good. I like your ideas. Very good. And you, Gemma?
For me is being part of a loving family because it's the most important
Yes.
to not having to work too hard, but
Uh-huh.
I enjoy with with the work
Yes.
and having lots of time to spend on things you enjoy doing
Uh-huh. Doing. Yeah, exactly. On things I enjoy doing because you are speaking about you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And what about who's missing? I think there is another girl.
Me,
Please. Yes, please.
I was talking with my grandparents, so I'm a bit lost.
Ah, yes, don't worry. Okay, I understand. Don't worry, friend. We are speaking about happiness, but friends, imagine that in my opinion, I want you to be analytical, but according to my opinion, there is another thing that is important to be happy and is not in this list. Analyze it. There is something that is essential to be happy. However, they forgot to mention this element in the list. What is it? Yes, yes, Chris, to have a good health, to be healthy, that is very important because if you are not healthy, if you don't feel fine, if you feel sick or you feel ill, you cannot enjoy the rest. You cannot enjoy your family. You cannot enjoy your work. You cannot enjoy the money that you may have. Nothing is going to make you happy if you are sick. So, health, in my opinion, should be number one in this list of elements for happiness. Now, I want you to go to page number 98, my friends. Page 98 here. Because on page 98, we have the vocabulary that we have to study in unit number 9. Achieve, carried out, and devote. These are three expressions very important for this topic. So I want you to, using your translators or dictionaries, look up the meaning of achieve, carried out, and devote. And when you know the meaning, do exercise 1, fill in the blanks with one of these elements, but in the correct form. Be careful, kids, in the correct form. Okay, good. So let's check. It says, although my original aim had been to achieve happiness, achieve in number one. Although my original aim had been to achieve happiness for myself, I became more ambitious. In number one, achieve. Number two, they were people who devoted, ED, friends, devoted. They were people who devoted their lives to doing what they wanted to do. Devoted. Three, after carrying out, ing, carrying, after carrying out 30 years of research and writing 18 books, I believe I have proved that happiness is quite different from what most people imagine. So these are the answers for exercise number one. In number one, achieve. In number two, devoted. And in number three, carrying out. New vocabulary that you have to study. Now, exercise two. Write the nouns in the box by each verb they can form collocations with. What they want to teach you now is the collocations we use with achieve, carry out, and devote. As I know that this can take a long time, I'm going to help you with this exercise, but you have to copy in your books because it is important. Now, listen, the collocations with achieve. Achieve an aim. This is the example. You can achieve an aim. Lograr un objetivo. You can achieve an ambition. Similar. Achieve an ambition. Achieve an objective. Similar. Achieve success. Lograr éxito. Achieve success. You can achieve an improvement. Puede lograr una mejora. Achieve an improvement. These are the collocations with achieve. I repeat for you to copy. Achieve an aim, achieve an ambition, achieve an objective, achieve success, achieve an improvement. Now with carried out an improvement. See the coincidence? Carried out an improvement, carried out an instruction, cumplir una instrucción, carried out an order, cumplir una orden, carried out research, llevar a cabo investigaciones, carried out a test, un examen, carried out a threat, cumplir una amenaza. I repeat, carried out an improvement, carried out an instruction, carried out an order, carried out research, carried out a test, carried out a threat. And now the collocations with devote. Devote energy, devote one's life, dedicar nuestra vida, o devote time, o dedicar tiempo. Devote energy, devote one's life, devote time. These are the three collocations with devote. Now, this is your turn to work, because now you have to do exercise number 3. Complete these sentences by writing collocations from exercise 2 in the correct form. Be careful with that, friends. In the correct form in each gap. In some cases, more than one answer may be possible. Okay, so sometimes you can use one or another. Let's do it, friends. And when you finish, tell me a message. Very good, friends. Let's check. Let's check this. Well, last year my uncle achieved a lifelong ambition. If you have a different answer, tell me, because maybe your answer is right. Last year, my uncle achieved a lifelong ambition to visit New York. This is number one. And now, concentrating number two. Observe. Scientists have been carrying out research, or can be tests, if you want, tests, to discover the cause of the disease. I repeat, scientists have been carrying out research or tests to discover the cause of the disease. Check your answers. 3. The exercise is quite easy, so you won't need to devote very much time to doing it. 4. Igor felt very tired because he had devoted a lot of time and energy to the project. I repeat, Igor felt very tired because he had devoted a lot of time and energy to the project. 5. My mom said she'd stop my pocket money if I was home late, but I don't think she'll carry out her threat. But I don't think she'll carry out her threat. This is number 5. And number 6, in the army, you have to be obedient and carried out orders, carried out instructions, possible too, yes, carried out orders or carried out instructions immediately. Have you made many mistakes, or is everything fine? Friends, I'm going to send you something. It is a short video that I want you to watch. Yes, Chris, you are right. It's too soon. Yes. Friends, I'm going to send you a video that I want you to watch because it is about happiness. So I'm going to send it right now. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Yes. Where is it? Here. Have you received it? Yes, very good. Celia, Chris, Alba, and Gemma. Have a look to the video. You will see how interesting it is. When you finish, we continue the class. Have you finished the documentary? Yes, it's beautiful, yes or no? Good, good. Friends, that is happiness. We have to look for happiness in every situation, even now when we have this difficult moment that we are living, right? Friends, the homework for next class. I'm going to send you the homework the same way I sent you the video. I'm going to send it. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Here. Give me a second. Have you received the homework, friends? Correct. Very good, Chris. Thank you, friends. This is the homework: reading and use of English, exercise 1, page 96, and exercises 2 and 3, page 97. And that is all for today, friends. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Now you have the rest of the week free, but remember doing the homework, right? See you on Monday next week. Bye-bye, friends. Thank you, Celia. Bye, Gemma. Bye, Chris. Bye, Alba. Thank you, friends.